This briefing tonight, and in a few minutes, we're gonna have um, a special guest speaker to share with all of us about this opportunity. So can you please, leaders, please invite your guests so that we can have a very effective and wonderful business briefing. And tonight is July the 14th, 2026. And I feel such privileged to be your MC for tonight business briefing. For those who do not know me, I am Thao Tran Hosseini. I currently live in San Diego with my husband and a beautiful daughter named Zariah. And I'm so happy to be a mom at the age of 40. Was such is such a privilege for me as well. And before, a little bit about myself. Before being with this business opportunity, I was in accounting. I was trained as an accountant. However, there's some events that happened during my years of 20s that really changed the course of my future. So while being in university, I witnessed a lot of people that in the accounting field that pass out on their desk working so hard. And one of my friends had to go through brain surgery, being such a workaholic in the field. And those people are not there in their 5 years of the entire career. So I was always afraid. And also I used to be a workaholic. I had to go to work and school full time during those years in university, and I did not know much, and I sacrificed my health over work. That ended up me being on in the sick bed for months, and with the understand of how hard my industry could become, and then with my health at that time, I really it got me to the point where I wanted to change the direction of my future. I don't, I, because I believe that I wouldn't be able to keep up with my health in order to pursue a career where I could be very ambitious when it comes to work. So I was praying for an opportunity for something that I could still be passionate about, could be able to help more people, but also maintain my physical health going through that career. And this opportunity came around where I needed the most. And 10 years ago, I got this opportunity, and it's been a wonderful journey for me. And I know that it's also something so valuable to a lot of people on this Zoom tonight for have been there for a few years. And there's a lot of value that taking along with this opportunity, besides the income that helped me maintain me to this day. That was all of the incentive success trip that I've been able, with the support of the team, I've been able to be on those success trip where I can meet a lot of like-minded people, very high in self-development that I can relate to, and I can see myself grow into them one day. And besides that, like the value that I also earned throughout the years is my health become a lot better. I could possibly get to the optimum level of my health throughout the years. That eventually, at close to the end, the year of 40, I finally have my baby that I thought to myself deep down that I would never be able to make it to create one of my own. So those are the value that I think from there is build a really sturdy background for me to step back in after being a mom, to get back to the business and to build a stronger in order to spread out the blessing where I was so blessed for the past 10 years. But today is not about me. Today I want to share about, I want to introduce the opportunity to the new people on this Zoom, especially welcome everyone. And please, if you can, say thank you for the people in all who invited you on this Zoom. And before we dive into the main content of this business briefing and bring in the wonderful, amazing speakers of tonight, I would love you to listen to an introduction video.
Nu Skin expanding. We innovate in science and technology.
We are building a future together.
You know, becoming the world's #1 brand for beauty device systems for 6 consecutive years. That's no cakewalk. But Nu Skin? We've got science, innovation, and hard work in our DNA. It wasn't always glitz and glam. We started with a dream back in 1984, just a few products and a whole lot of ambition. And by 1991, we were taking on the world, opening our first overseas market in Hong Kong. LifePak was out there, making waves alongside our big entrance into Europe. Then came 1996, a big year. We hit the New York Stock Exchange, a publicly traded company founded on family values. And we also launched the Nu Skin Force for Good Foundation. That is all about spreading positivity and making the world a better place. In our pursuit of promoting healthy lifestyles and inner well-being, we acquired Pharmanex in 1998, introducing supplements and wellness programs to our markets. In 2001, we pioneered the handheld Galvanic Spa, a compact, intelligent, and powerful device that marked Nu Skin's entry into the era of cutting-edge devices. Nu Skin establishing Nourish the Children in 2002, we committed to the belief that no child should endure hunger. We want to empower future generations one meal at a time. And to date, we've provided over 800 million meals. Continuing our commitment to technological innovation, we launched the Pharmanex Biophotonic Scanner in 2003. In 2009, we revolutionized our product line with ageLOC science-based products and forging a partnership with LifeGen Technologies. In 2010, our founder's vision materialized, with the creation of the Innovation Center in Provo, serving as an open campus for our employees and brand affiliates. Our partnership with LifeGen flourished, culminating in Nu Skin's acquisition of LifeGen in 2011, opening doors to faster innovation, revolutionary products, and limitless possibilities. In 2015, Nu Skin's incentive trip to Morocco won the prestigious C&IT Award for Best Incentive Trip of the Year, a tradition we continued with our island trip. We earned Euromonitor's recognition as the world's #1 brand for beauty device systems in 2016, and we've proudly held that title for 6 consecutive years. Venturing into the Internet of Things realm in 2022, we connected our first device online, the ageLOC Lumispa iO, ushering in a new era of connectivity and innovation. This laid the foundation for the launch of our integrated beauty and wellness device, the ageLOC WellSpa iO in 2023. With 40 years of dedication to science, innovation, and perseverance, we stand poised to embrace the boundless opportunities that lie ahead. Just imagine the opportunity.
Well, thank you, our technical support in the background. And everyone, let's jump right in. And if anyone can have your camera on, I would really appreciate that, because I am about to bring on to our Zoom tonight a very special person to me. She is just an amazing leader. And I feel so lucky to be under her leadership wings until this day. The one that I want to brought up tonight is someone who has been in the field for more than 30 years, like a very solid individual. And she's ever since she joined network marketing, she became a millionaire at a very early age, and been with Nu Skin for 17 years. And what I've learned about is being a global business builder throughout 17 years with this opportunity. She's been able to help and bless thousands of people around the world, and also help more than 40 families step into the $1 million circle. But regardless that she's a $10 million circle member, but if anyone ever happened to be with these leaders, you find the most humble, down to earth person who you can hang out with, you can talk to. And I love her. I hope love her energy being around her. I love the way she lead the team. I love the passion that she have for the business, and also the passion she has for people. And please, everyone, without further ado, I would love everyone to put together your biggest applause, hearts and flowers to welcome our four-star Platinum Team Elite Circle of Excellence 2 and a Norris the Children Ambassador, Miss Terry 2.
Been around the world, sing song. Work hard, play harder all day long. All the continents get jealous over me. You can see me 3D overseas. If you know me, then you know.
Good evening, everyone, especially our new guests on the Zoom here today. And I see that we have people dialing in from Vegas, California, and I believe we have a few international on here as well. Thank you so much for the kind introduction, Tao. It's such a pleasure working with you and your professionalism and your really down to earth. It's just so amazing working with people that you really enjoy in the business, and that's really a bonus, because many times when we wake up early to go work and we're dread coming to meet the people at our workplace, right? But here with our community is such a powerful and it's such a positive, and you really attract, the amazing people that makes what we do here every day so worthwhile. And so I like to welcome all of you. It's always a pleasure for me to able to share with you the same information that was shared with me 17 years ago. Wow, time do fly when you really enjoy what you do. And every day I thank the good Lord for really directing me to this company. My husband and I, he's a former engineer turned businessman. And then we met through a nutrition business health fair. And I truly believe we share the same vision of impacting our community and many community out there. And this business has allowed my husband and I to truly live the American dream, to have time and financial leverage for our four boys. That was one of my dreams of all my achievement that whoever invite you here probably tell you, but my greatest achievement is being a mother to my four boys. I call them my monkey. Solomon, he's 13, Logan 12, Lance 11, and my COVID baby Isaiah. They're truly the joy and the pride of my life, and every day I think that I have the opportunity to spend time with them. And I truly believe that each and every one of you on the Zoom here today, we have dream. God put a dream in our hearts, no matter who we are, where we came from. The journey to freedom for our family wasn't free. And we realize that because 500,000 people perish on the open ocean, trying to seek for the American to thank God we survived. I was the middle kid of 9 children, and our parents always remind us of the price that we paid to get here to the US. We came 1980, almost 46 years ago, and I watched being the middle kid right there. I watched my mom and dad. They bought a fishing boat to raise 9 of us, because growing up, when they came, no English, no degree, and so that's all they know how to do. Because my parent came from 14 generation of fishermen in our country, and so my why, and I know each and every one of you have your why you wake up every morning and do what you do, and my why growing up, never in a million year I would imagine to be a speaker or to be an international businesswoman. I've never imagined that, but something took in my heart. I just felt like growing up I would often sit in the dining area with my mom, and I would spread the net and she would mend it. And I remember one day she moved the net into the garage, and I remember as I get up to go to school and I look back and I see that she wear this thick jacket. And as I left, I look back and I'm like, my mom gonna be sitting there, another 8 hours. And I question, is this American dream? Is this why we risk our life to come here? And that was really my burning why. I said, I don't know, but somewhere I walked away and like, when I grow up and make money, I want to take care of mom and dad. And I'm pretty sure, some of you share that same sentiment that the first thing is we do, we want to take care of our parents, right? And I didn't know how I'm going to do it. Being the middle kid and someone who consider an introvert. You don't talk a lot. You keep your own corner, and I read books a lot. And but so I choose nursing because we were taught the key to success in America is get a job, right? Get a good degree, and then get a good job, and then life will be, happily ever. And I heard that, so nursing was my career choice. But the day that changed my life is my own brother respond to a business opportunity, and I was the only person he invite down. And one thing is, I saw a presentation, back in 1994, more than 20 something years ago, and I was scared. But one thing that the speaker talked that kind of grabbed my heart, and he said, we don't care how young you are, where you came from, as long as you have a dream, desire, and discipline, and you don't need a business degree, you don't need the MBA, you don't need the PhD, you only need the other PhD. Are you poor? Are you hungry? Are you determined? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, hallelujah, I am poor, hungry, and determined. And I don't know how I came home and just blabbed my mouth, told my mom and dad I'm gonna retire them. And I tell you, it was like starting my side gig while finishing nursing school. And it was the hardest thing. Looking back, I was in my early 20s. I have no business being in business. And but every time that I want to quit that business, that side gig business, that I just couldn't do it because I promised my mom and dad. And I tell you, and I've learned now, after 30 years in the industry, I realized that the key to my success is I just didn't know how to quit. And I learned somewhere along the way, quitter never wins and winner never quits. And, yeah, so through, trials and tribulation, I was able to retire my mom and dad in 2004. Their first vacations to Hawaii, as you can see there. And, I switched, from that part-time gig, and the company kind of went down, and I ventured off to, financial service, because now I realize that, yes, I want to be an entrepreneur. Yes, I don't want to work 40 years as a nurse. I might not have anything to show for. And once, that entrepreneur spirit got in me, I ventured into financial, building a team in insurance, mortgage, and real estate. And being in that industry, I realized that, most marriage fall apart because of finance. So I want to make sure that I, able to be financial set before I have my own family. And so take care of mom and dad, and then bought my first home, bought my dream car, my Mercedes, because you should see the car that I drove before. I drove a beat up Acura Legend that has no bumper, and it blows up smoke every time I pull up. And so I was too embarrassed to show my car when I was working in that, in the financial business. And, but again, I've learned it's not where you're at, it's where you're going. And so I felt like life was great. I'm a retired mom and dad. I became one of the youngest female as a top 1% earner in that company. And my story was written on Success from Home magazine. And, sharing this with you is not to impress you. I want to impress upon you the power of dream, the power of knowing your why, and the power of, from, impossibility to possibility, and never giving up. And so everything was great until 2008. I found myself, bankrupt. And literally the financial crisis happened, impact my business. Within 6 months, I closed down all my office, and thousands of my agent have to leave the industry and went back to their job. And that's what really hurt me as a leader, is to see people that, that work with me, who became my family more than 13 years in that industry, slowly leave. And so I question, I'm like, you know what? And I'm 35. I lost my home. I moved back home and lived with mom and dad. And I realized that, but one thing about me is being an optimistic. I believe when one door closed, another one opened. And so with prayer, I say, God, I love people. I love, and I want to find a business that recession proof, a business that this time around is not about me, is about, individual that, could be like Carol on the Zoom here today, or Tao, or anybody that say, hey, I have a dream. And then most important, we need a vehicle, right? We need the vehicle to take us to our dream. And so when I saw this company 17 years ago, this picture of me is January 2009. Wow, 17 years ago. And, the funny thing, I have to mention this, because today, we have a big convention going on starting tomorrow. And I went to Macy pick up, some stuff. And this beautiful sales lady. And she's like, when I told her, my age, and she's like, do you take Botox? She was like, because you don't have wrinkle on your face. And I'm like, and you know what the funny thing is, I left and she's like, you know, here's my number. Can I take a picture with you? And please call me. I want to know more about what you use. And it's just so funny. I just have to mention that. But this is like my picture's like 17 years ago. And I truly believe it was an appointment with destiny because, you know, I truly believe everything happened for a reason. That you're on the Zoom here today. I don't believe in coincidence because when I saw this company, the mission of this company is to be a force for good throughout the world by empowering individual with rewarding business opportunity, with innovative product, and enriching, uplifting culture. And I saw that mission and it just grabbed at my heart. And I said, you know what? My mission is to help other people, empower other people, and be a force for good throughout the world. And just with that mission, you know, we're able to attract individual. And I attract, my husband at a health fair, and he shared that same visions, and we attract amazing individual from all different background that also want to be a force for good, also want to how we're going to do that is by empowering individual with rewarding business opportunity with innovative product and enriching uplifting culture. And so just by simply go out there and live that mission, within 4 years, my husband and I, we were the $1 million circle. The company paid us over $1 million. And I became a mom. And then we able to help build the leadership team that expand the business in Vietnam. And so tonight, when I go to sleep, Vietnam Open, 20% of our income come from Vietnam market. And came from different background. We have over 40 individuals that earn over $1 million, that Nu Skin, this company pay them, right? And what truly every day that bring me joy is not the income that we earn. Yes, that's a blessing, but to know that every day we can make an impact. I've never imagined to able to speak in front of 7,000 people in Singapore on dream and on perseverance. What a topic that the company allowed me to speak on, because I love the topic of belief and perseverance. And I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter who you are on the Zoom here today. I truly believe there's a special place for you here with our company, because we're able to bless life with so many different community. And the only way I can tell you is, the only way that you might not achieve your dream with this company is, first, you're too skeptical. You weren't an open mind. You didn't even try, or you quit too soon. I truly believe that's the only two way that someone could, not make it, because what we offer here, what we empower you to do is, if any of this, fit you, either you want to own your own business, but you don't have a lot of, investment, or experience, here, what we empower you to really, be your own boss, to conquer your own future. I'm not your boss. Tao is not your boss. We're here as partner. We're going to share with you, or the person who invite you here, they saw something amazing. They just want to share with you. And we empower you to be part of a community that truly living, the mission of being a force for good, a community that every day we bring value into the marketplace. And this opportunity allow you to travel the world, have time flexibility to enjoy the time with those that you love. All right. And most important to me, that's really changed my life, is personal development. I was shy, timid, and through this community, through this type of work, I'm able to transform myself. And I believe that is even more valuable, because every day, I no longer see that shy and scared and a girl that didn't believe that she could, make an impact, or she, always believed that I was a nobody. And thanks to this community, thanks to this, journey of transformation, it just every day to wake up and say, you know what, you are somebody. And I truly believe each and every one of you can have that. And the key to your dream, because we all are on a vehicle right now to our dream. And the key to success that I've had the fortunate to learn so many years ago is the key to have time and financial leverage is to have a business that has a system. That's important right there, because, this cash flow quadrant is in the book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and is part of the cash flow quadrant. And I read this 25 years ago. And because, what you want to do is move from the left side side to the right side of the quadrant, from employee, because you know that to live the American dream, to live the dream that you have in your heart as employee, I mean, you might be there 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I mean, have it get you to your dream, right? Because I've learned a long time ago, JOB, as employee, you have a job, right? JOB stand for Junior of the Broke, or just over broke. And I'm like, I don't want to be on the Junior of the Broke, right? So as employee, some, decide to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be self-employed. I'm gonna start my own clinic. If you're a doctor or you're a CPA, you start your own office. You're literally self-employed, but here as a self-employed, you own a job. You see, above as an E, you have a job. Here you own a job, right? It's like going from a small jail into a bigger prison, because over here as a doctor, you're the only one responsible to look at the patient, right? Unless you hire some doctor work with you, or even a CPA. They, most of them work by themselves around tax season. They have no time. In our community, people open their own nail shop. I'm pretty sure Tao knows a few people that owns, and I know some, in my community that open nail shop, and they're the first one to show up. They work 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Sometimes, on the weekend when people relax, they have to work, because that's when people go do their nails, right? And so literally, they have no time leverage. And so here, what I want to share with you is on the right side, and not just any business. You have to have a business that has a system, and then eventually the system will run your business, whether you're there or not. It's almost like owning a McDonald's, just like a McDonald's with a system that you don't have to have an MBA to run a McDonald's. There is a high school student running the McDonald's, right? And you don't see the owner at these, franchise. And so today I want to show you a business system just similar to like a franchise without the franchise fee, okay? And this system has allowed me, to earn my first million at 27 years old. And, through the last 5 years, being in this business for 17 years, when we moved here to Utah from California, we're able to use our money that we earn, from our business that has a system to leverage to own 3 real estate property in 5 years here. And because I've learned this, but you cannot let your money work for you if you don't make money first, right? Okay, so today what we want to show you is a smart business, because, you can create whatever dream that you can with the right vehicle. And I always believe, not only for me, I saw, major trend, and I was, open-minded enough to participate in these trends. And here, once again, we're so excited because Forbes magazine say the best time to join a company is when they open new market and launch a new technology. And we're like double whammy right now with our company, because the power of our company right now, we offering, the opportunity for people to really, capitalize on the biggest market trend right there. The first thing is the trend. We call it the trend is your friend, right? Being at the right place, the right time has everything to do with your success more than your ability. And the trend of AI, artificial intelligence. I don't have to tell you, everybody's talking about AI, right? I mean, literally, the other day, this morning, I've been having fun with chat GPT or whatever, right? I'm like, hey, chat, make this flyer for me. I'm like, oh my God, I've been spending like 10, 20 minutes doing flyer. Now I'm just like using AI to make all my flyer. And artificial, and I mean, it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing for so many people out there, especially where I am from, Silicon Valley. A lot of people got laid off because of AI, right? But that's a trend, right? And so, obviously people are right now are looking, and then, beauty and wellness. I mean, everywhere people want to look good and feel good, right? Wouldn't you want to look good and feel good on the Zoom here today? I want you to type in there, say, yeah, I want to look good and feel good, right? And then social commerce, right? I mean, the world becomes smaller. Even my mom, like we hang out, just a week ago, and she's like always on Facebook, right? And when I was driving, when I went to Vietnam, we drove by this field, like this rice field, and in the middle of this, right, I saw this woman, stand there in the middle of the rice field. Like she's probably on Facebook, right? And so social commerce, I mean, really make the world become our domain. And these are mega trends. And then the gig economy, what does that really mean, gig economy? It means side gig. Here in America, people realize that even husband and wife work, they need extra income. They need another gig, right? And so guess what? Our company, we have all 4 of this combined in our company. And so, and this mega trend, all these trends is not slowing down any soon. So the first big trend that I want to, for you to really focus on is, the world right now that we live in, 8 billion people are aging, in a very, high speed, right? And then guess what? They're aging, and then they're trying to take supplement to improve their health, right? $177 billion that's spent on people taking. I mean, back in 1994, the company I represent as well, they were a supplement, but we really have to convince people to take supplement. These days, we don't have to convince people. They're taking supplement already, right? They're spending money, but the challenge is they don't know whether it's working or not. They're spending the hard-earned money, right? And so, the industry, there's huge. We're talking about $6.3 trillion wellness industry. When I was in the financial business and they talk about, the money business, we're talking about 1 trillion, money will be exchanged in hand. And we talk about a trillion is like, since the birth of Jesus Christ, if you spend $1 million a day, you have not even spent $1 trillion. And today, $6.3 trillion people are spending on global wellness industry. And so it's huge. And guess what? We as a company, the technology that we have, we're at the forefront of offering solution for people, and I want to show you a quick video to pinpoint, what is it why we're so excited about offering the solution and capitalizing on the biggest market trend right now.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide.
Okay, so right now, there's this invisible battle happening inside you, and you're right in the middle. And believe it or not, this struggle pretty much decides how you feel, look, and even how you age.
So on one side, you've got these things called free radicals. They're basically tiny attackers damaging your cells. It's a lot like an apple turning brown. That decay, it's called oxidative stress. It happens to us too.
And this damage comes from, well, everywhere. Pollution, stress, your diet, even just breathing.
So what's the big deal, right? Well, this slow, constant damage, piling up year after year, it's been linked by tons of studies to some of the biggest health challenges we all worry about. We're talking heart issues, diabetes, even cognitive decline. It's this long-term cumulative effect that really does the damage.
So how do you fight back? With antioxidants. They're like your body's personal bodyguards.
They're kind of like the lemon juice for your cells, stopping that damage before it can even start.
Your best source for these protectors? Colorful fruits and veggies. They're absolutely packed with them. But here's the big question. Are you really getting enough to win this internal battle? And hey, what about those supplements you take? Are they actually doing anything you can measure? So how do you stop guessing? How can you know for sure what's going on inside?
Right now, most of us just say, I think they're working. We're just hoping, with no real data.
Well, all of that changes, starting now.
Let me introduce you to Prism.io. This is where we stop guessing and start knowing. It's super simple. A quick scan on your hand gives you your personal antioxidant score in 15 seconds.
You get one powerful number, your Prism score. It makes that invisible battle totally visible. And this isn't a guess. The AI behind it has analyzed over 20 million scans. That's serious data.
And you can see the impact right here. Better choices and supplements lead to a higher score. It's that simple. And listen, you don't have to just take our word for it. This technology has been independently studied and validated by researchers at some of the most respected institutions in the world. We're talking Yale, Stanford, Harvard. The science it's built on even won a Nobel Prize. The credibility is just undeniable.
In fact, there was this huge 10-year study from Yale University that confirmed two incredible things. First, that this is the most accurate way to actually measure how many fruits and vegetables you're eating. And second, and maybe more importantly, seeing your score change over time is one of the most effective ways to motivate people to stick with healthy habits for good. So it's time to stop guessing and start knowing. This puts you back in control of your health.
The only real question left is, are you ready to finally see your score?
Yes. If you have not seen your score, you deserve to know, right? You deserve to know because our company, once you know where you're at, our comprehensive products helping you with your gut health, immune health, cardio, brain, skin, bone, eye, joint, metabolic health. I mean, that's the reason why at 52, I'm able to be with my 4 boys. I mean, energies, and I'm literally more healthy today than 17 years ago. Because being in the financial business, just like you hear from Tao, I was also a workaholic. We don't eat right. So, because you're a product of your environment. If you're part of an environment where people are not talking about healthy, taking care of your health, living long, and so you become a product of your environment. And so thanks to this environment, and to know that, when I came into the business, was my score right here. I was in the red zone, and our goal is to help you move all the way to the blue and the red, the purple right here, because you deserve to know your overall, antioxidant nutrition health score. Because these days, especially after COVID, people are having their health scare. These days, I mean, you saw all over the news. I mean, cancer is on the rise, and there are people just suddenly drop dead, right? And so with this, technology, you get to know where you're at, right? And once you know where you're at, then you can do something about it. And we have product that will guarantee, to improve. We have technology, over $100 million, technology for this scanner. When I came in, this is what it looks like. The first scanner. This was here, founded at the University of Utah, where they created the artificial hearts. Over 100 million innovation, $100 million, and these, scanner. Literally, 70% are in doctor office. They charge $25 to, all the ways to $50 per scan for their patient, and then they put their patient on our supplement. But today, imagine that, we can scan someone. You can put this in your pocket, right? And literally yesterday, we were at Starbucks, and the soccer dad of one of our son, he's really health fitness. He teach people boxing, and so he dropped our son to our home, and he's like, he started calling my husband like, what do you guys do, right? And we finally sat down with him and we scanned him. I mean, he was a little bit better than 70% of the people that we scan, okay? But he's like, oh my God, I thought I was healthy because the guy looked fit, and he's a boxing coach, guys. Okay, but again, he was shocked, and he's excited, and he's going to be joining us at this comprehensive training this weekend, as people flying in, because as a company, we believe, one thing about, being a nursing background, I hate to tell people you can take something and it works, right? Because when I worked 2 years as a general surgery, for a general surgery doctor, my job is when a patient comes in, we would measure the heart, we would take the blood work. We want to make sure that the patient is, in a good condition to go, through their surgery, whatever that may be. And my job was to do that and then call the OR room and book this surgical procedure. And so when I saw this company, it was attracted to me that they truly have science, because we, as a science-based company, we believe in the importance of measurement. Back in the 70s, when they have the cholesterol testing, they sold $20 billion of insulin. When in the 80s, they had the bone density scan, they sold $200 million of calcium products, right? And in the 90s, glucose, they can scan that, over $1.5 billion of sales. And in 2020, when we're able to measure antioxidant, antioxidant like you're bulletproof, right? And through measuring it and let you know that, hey, you know what? Take our supplement and rescan it. We sold $60 billion of supplement sales. And that's why we believe if you cannot measure it, then it's not science, right? And so if you go to Costco tomorrow, you look for the Oura Ring, $400. This Oura Ring, this company is measured at $5.2 billion. And all they do is they measure your sleep patterns and your heart rate. Here we measure. If someone say that they're smoking, I don't have to even measure. I know you're in the red zone, right? And so if you say, hey, I'm taking supplement, I'm working out, but why I'm in the red zone, then there's something that you got to check it out, because this we Lily can give you your nutrition health score. Okay. And so I've loved that every day that I go out there in 15 seconds, we can change someone. Okay. And so we have scanned over 26 million people. It's not new technology. It just evolved, just like a phone from i4, i5, now i10, right? And so this version of the scanner is now most beautiful, is powered by AI, and talking about the science behind our company, many company out there, all they do is they treat the science of aging, when it comes to aging from the inside out or the outside in. I mean, if you go home today, I saw Sam, Talofa brother, Sam about to go home. Yeah, let's say Sam find water in his kitchen, and the first thing everybody do is go get the mop, right? And you try to mop it up, okay? And then with our company, instead of mopping up, we want to find out where the leak and we want to shut it off. See, so when I came into the business, they launched Age Lock. Age Lock, that's what it is. It's locking your age. It really addressing, we have ingredients, product that kind of reset your gene, influence the gene to reset it back to when you were more youthful. And that's the reason why, the ladies in our company, the longer we're in, we're proud to tell people our age. I know Lorena on here, she's like, yep, I'm proud to tell people my age, right? Because that's what our technology does. We lock in your age, right? Who wouldn't want to lock in their age? Because we have over 75 in-house scientists, not just one, okay, 75. And I want to show you a little bit video on the technology, how powerful this, is going to surge, and our goal is to have 10 million of this in 10 million, helping 10 million healthy households around the world.
Today's wellness tech can track how you sleep, breathe, manage stress, and how your daily choices shape your long-term health. Technology has moved from measuring to understanding to predicting. And now, we introduce the next chapter, Prism IO, your personal wellness companion. Small enough to fit in the palm of your hand, it's backed by science and clinically proven. Instead of scanning your palm, you simply scan your finger to receive your Prism score, a measure of your skin's carotenoid levels. Prism IO uses patent-pending spectral ray technology, which consists of hundreds of thousands of hyperspectral absorption measurements per scan to accurately assess light absorption in the skin. Then, a predetermined algorithm, driven by AI and referencing Raman technology, converts these measurements into your Prism score. It sounds complex, but what it gives you is simple: clarity, confidence, and momentum toward your best self. Prism IO is more than a device, more than data. It's intelligent wellness, personalized, powerful, and designed for you. The future of wellness is here, and it's only just beginning. Say
yes. It's only beginning. Why? Because we just launched it in January of this year, right? And so my question to you is, who do you know out there that you can say, hey, do you have 15 seconds that could change your life? 15 seconds, you can know your nutrition health score. That's how fast, as you can see the clock on there, that's how fast 15 seconds is, okay? And every day, people deserve to know. They deserve to know what they're taking in their body is working or not, right? Because I believe health is wealth. If you don't know, if you're in the red zone, it's like having your children coming home, giving you a report card that are F. If you're here, you're like FDCBA. I mean, I went to India and I traveled so many around the world. I went to India and 70% of the people I scan, they're below, the average, right? Some people say, hey, I work for this big company called Herbalife, and they brought their whole team. And I scanned them and I'm like, what? Just so you know, that's what happened. I found my husband at a health fair and he was representing another company. 3 years investing hundreds of thousands of dollars opening nutrition shop. And when I scanned him, he did a little bit better. He was here. And I'm like, but you're taking that product you claim #1 and you're only here. And being an engineer background, I mean, I just said, you know what? Why don't you just take our products, right? Take our products, stop taking, that's those supplement, take our supplement, and we guarantee 60 days, if your score don't increase, you get your money back, right? And I love that. I love that we can guarantee your money back. And that's how strong we stand behind our science. And so it took him 60 days, but he's trying to like, hold on to. And so it took him 6 months, right? 6 months. And he's like, wow, my score increased. And not only that, he feel better, right? He can feel better. And so he closed down his nutrition shop. And these, there's a saying when in business, always say thanks to this scanner I found my husband. That's a joke, okay? You're not gonna find your husband here. But I love these products, so comprehensive, G3. I mean, I love my children are on. This is the most comprehensive, 70-80% more than drinking orange juice and eating carrots, because it has vitamin C, beta carotene that helps with your eye. I mean, all my boys, they're on here. I don't even remember when's the last time they're sick because they're constantly on this juice. See, Pharmanex product is not just any products. Pharmanex is a company that Nu Skin acquired for $120 million. That has over 75 in-house scientists. And, I've been on this product for 17 years, the more comprehensive, multivitamins. These products used to be in thousands of pharmacy, right? And then, when we bought them out, that's where, we acquired their technology. And talk about technology, this is a technology company. We're not a makeup company. We've been around for 40 years, since 1984. You see this Fountain of Youth, that's their goal, is to bring the Fountain of Youth to the people. And every time they launch a new products, my income grew because it creates a whole new opportunity. Every time they launch something new. And so this company, we're seeing another 10 years ahead. I mean, last year they bought a company called Life DNA. You can get a swab and send it in, and then it will know everything about your DNA. I mean, our DNA are different. And so as you can see, this company is not just, nutrition and skincare. We're a technology company, and we're 10 years ahead of than everybody, right? And so it's amazing. And so Raya, yeah, Tao say, so this company, we're not a startup company. I've been in business for 30 years now, 17 years with this company. What I realize is who's your partner is so important, in life or in business, but I was praying for the last company, in my career. So 40 years, think about that. If you marry someone for 40 years, where they're going, right? Because 95% of startup company, they can promise you the moon, but 95% close down their door. And I have been, the first company I was with, yeah, they were 5 years in the business, and exactly 5 years they closed down, right? And that's why I got to start all over, right? And so I knew that this time around, I don't have time. And as you can see, Nu Skin, I'm so proud. I'm only 20 minutes from this company headquarters. Nu is nutrition, skin is skincare. We want to help you look good and feel good and live well. That's really the mission. We're 50 market. The question is, who do you know? Who do you know that want to be healthy? Who do you know that want to improve their look? And who do you know that like, I'm sick and tired of my job, right? I'm looking for a side gig. And what we do every day is really helping people look good and feel good. That's period. That's all we do. And this is our company headquartered in Shanghai and here in Provo, Utah. And at the heart of this company, I see so many companies that are so focused on making money. But one thing that separate when I saw this company is their heart of service, that they truly believe in giving back, force for good, by eradicating hunger for children around the world. That today you can go into a website called Nourish the Children and you can buy a nutrition bag of vitamin, and a child will have 30-day nutrition vitamin. And I truly believe that's the reason why this company is so blessed that we're still here strong. We're thousands and thousands of companies closing down, especially in the recession the last few years. We continue to go through strong because as you can see, our mission is so clear. As you can tell a lot about a company by their mission, right? And who they attract, because this mission right here, to be a force for good, by empowering people to look, feel, and live well, really attract certain type of people. That it's just not about making money, it's about really impacting. And that's the theme of this company, global convention in September in Yokohama, Japan, right? The word is impact, right? Our goal is to go out there and impact people's lives, and our vision, as a company is to have an affiliate opportunity platform that you and I can build the business from anywhere, just with our our phone, right? Anywhere, any place. And the value of this company is, we are a force for good. We want to empower people. We are in a company with integrity. The company, they say what they do what they say. Because there are many companies out there that they say one thing, they do another. They promise you the moon, and the next thing, they go out of business. But that's important right there in this kind of, in business, is to have integrity. And that's what I saw with this company 17 years ago. I say yes to this company, and I have never been wavered, right? And because the product, I'm going to switch gear a little bit about the beauty. Even though I didn't have passion for the beauty, but now being over 50, we're not just talking about beauty, we're talking about technology. These products, make our company, the number one at-home beauty device in the last few years. And I'm not going to say it. And, I believe documentation is big conversation. I mean, we were featured on the New York Times Square. People say Asian women in Southeast Asia care for their skin. The lady that helped me, I mean, she looked so beautiful. I thought she was from Korea, right? And she was like, but then she's Mongolian. She was Mongolian. She's like, wow, I love your necklace. What is that? And I'm like, oh, the company give it to me. And she looked close and she's like, oh, is that Nu Skin? I said, yes. She said, if your company opened in Mongolia and your face looks so good for 17 years, I wanna know more about Nu Skin, right? And so, and I thought she was Korean, but she's Mongolian. But as you can see there, Southeast Asia, from Japan to Korea, I mean, we are top brand, in those countries. And, women over there, they care about their look, right? And so I felt good. I felt that being in business, I don't have to try to lie to people about how good our product. The media, pick up, our product. And most important is people can literally see with their eyes, the before and after, right? Because not only women these days, men, right? Men these days. Adam, I mean, you're in the, I think you're 30 something, Adam, right? I mean, men these days, they want to look good too. I mean, you go to like department store, you see a whole bunch of like skincare for men now, right? And when people can visually see the difference, especially with these technology, we have the iron wrinkle. I mean, people can literally, after they can see their face lift up, right? When people can visually see the difference, impact them emotionally. And that's what really drive the consumption of our product year in and year out. I mean, there might be people that I haven't seen for years, but when we connect, they say, oh, Terry, the life, get in the way, but I'm still on the products, I'm still on the health because I'm feeling better, and I see my score increase. And so I love that every day. People in 32 countries in our team right now wake up and use the products, right? And I get paid. That's it, by helping people, right? And when you help people, you get paid. Simply, I don't have a lot of time to go through detail of the compensation plan, but I truly believe, I call this the freedom plan, right? Because you can build hard one time and you can walk away with this freedom plan, with the system. Because I did that. I worked for 4 years, and when I hit like Blue Diamond here, averaging 40,000 a month. Yes, it's not easy, but I got some experience and in leadership, able to build the team. But we help 40 people in our team reach this level of Blue Diamond. That's just the average. That doesn't guarantee that you earn that money when you hit there. This is someone who are Blue Diamond and held that level for 4 years. Okay, and so that's exactly when I was a Blue Diamond, and then 2 years later I took 4 years off, and we still pull in that kind of money. And 6 years ago I came back, and now I'm even more excited for the next 4 years because we just launched this, right? We're committed with the company to put 10 million healthy households, around the world. And you decide, because here you can share these amazing products online or offline, right? And then you decide if you want, because we're not looking for salespeople, but we're looking for someone who say, I want to build a business. I want to build something that doesn't require a lot of, investment. It doesn't require a lot of, experience. Yeah, and you're in business for yourself here, but not by yourself. You're gonna have senior partner that gonna support you, the company support you, the system OTG support you, and you decide to build as big as you want. You can make a few $100 a month. This income right here, beside retail profit, because we cannot track that. We do have people who go onto the social selling, and they make good money if they have the skill set for it. I don't, right? But I I built because I see people every day. Every day when I meet someone and I want to find out about their dream, and I realize that so many people are right now, a dream dead. They live life of quiet desperation, and somewhere in their heart, they yearn to be free. Somewhere in their heart, they question that there has to be better than this, than working until they're 65. And so I'm not shy about sharing this because I truly believe people deserve to know this opportunity instead of what we were taught to work hard for 40 years and might not have something to show for. And so, but you can decide how fast you want to move up here. The sky is really the limit here, right? And I want to move on to the next slide because we're so excited because this company is so amazing because they have big, mighty goal. And we want to able to, reward even more for those that going out there and help us, expand, the market and getting 10 million of these Prism IO and helping, 10 million family. So there's a lab, we call it lab leadership advancement bonus. You can able to pick up up to $22,000 a bonus beside the other commission. Okay, as you move up, from executive all the way up to blue diamond. Yeah, this is a bonus. We have someone in our team that moved up to blue diamond before in 1 year. We didn't have this bonus in place, but right now I truly believe that if someone focused, they can get their in 2 to 3 years, that average income right there. But you decide, right? Let me pass by this because we have a leader. I want to recognize her, our first Latino, Blue Diamond, but she's not on the Zoom here today. But you will get a chance to meet her when you're, decide this is where you want to journey with us. On top of that, the couple will give you a success trip, to dream destination, right? Every 6 months, you can qualify. Imagine that. How hard do you have to work at your job right now for them to give you a success trip? I know we have leaders, some field leaders on here that gone to trip. I want you to type in there what trip you have gone that Nu Skin has paid for, because we're excited about our next trip. It's not just for a small group of people, guys. This is a success trip to Australia from, Southeast Asia market. Right now, Southeast Asia, we have leaders in our team in Vietnam. They're going to Egypt, as their success. Some are running, this is their last month. And here in the US, we're excited because they just announced Punta Cana, Arasi, you got to go with us, Punta Cana, right? The next is, I want to show you the quick video. Join us. Our goal is 100 couple. Okay, so I want to let you watch this. Okay. Did what happened here? I think I went too far. Let me see. Oh, I apologize. I put it on at leaders.
At Nu Skin, we celebrate the moments you've earned, the friendships you've made, and the memories you'll always carry.
Good times, great times. Together we grow. Lasting friendships wherever we go. Beautiful places around the world we've seen. More yet to see. May 2027.
Your next adventure begins now. Are you ready for what's next?
Cana calling me today. Dominican Republic, take me away. Coconut swaying in the breeze is so free. Beautiful beaches as far as I can see. Worked hard, stayed inspired. Qualified for what I desire. This success trip feels so right. Living my dream tonight. Travel with me.
Yes, Punta Cana. We can't wait to celebrate with all of you, right? And we set a goal as a team, 100 couple. You know, Ben and I, thanks to this business being a team elite higher than Blue Diamond, we've gone last year to Greece, the year before Dubai, the year before Barcelona, Switzerland. I don't know. Uh, the next one, actually, guess where? Australia. We're going to Australia. So, I mean, I have a vision of conquer the Pacific, but Lorraine and I see Sam here. I want to conquer the Pacific. So our Team Elite trip next is Australia. So we'll be in Australia. We can't wait to kick off our team in the Pacific, Pacifica. Okay. And so I really, it doesn't matter where you came from. We have worked with so many different ethnicity. As if you have a dream, we have the vehicle here, right? Because the timing could not be better. I mean, right now we're just launching the Prism IO. I mean, the word nobody knows about it yet. Imagine 10 Prism. If you just have 10 Prism and each just generating 10 customer, that would be $500 residual coming to you. What could you do with an extra 500? What if you have 100 Prism out there with 10 customer only? That's a residual for you, 5,000 a month, because they're going to take these supplement, right? They're going to take care of their family, and then how about 1,000 Prism in the team? With 10 customer each, only $100, a family. That's 50,000 residual. You decide. Think about that. You decide, 5,000 or 50,000, right? Because it's gonna happen, right? We're scanning the word, right? It happened. I know that with or without you, because our team, we at the forefront of helping people. I mean, if you want to move in faster, I mean, somewhere you probably know people who have a chiropractor, right? Or a doctor or a salon, or a yoga place, right? Those people have a lot of customer. If you connect with us, beside helping individual, transform their health, these are business that, the scanner we have before. I mean, we're sitting in, a lot of doctor office, right? So who do you know, right? The question is, who do you know? And you can run your whole business, on our app. I love that. I don't have to go to an office. I run my whole business. We have a customer app that can analyze using AI skin. I'm not a beautician, right? I know probably Tao is. I'm not, right? But you know what? The AI does for me. We have big market. We're launching Hispanic. We're launching India. I'll be back there in September. This morning, we talked to one of our top Indian network marketer in our team. He's some of you will see him in Yokohama, Japan. He's flying over from India, right? And Ola, I see, Latino. Talking about that, I want you, in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I want to bring up a leader who literally saw the vision for the Latino community. She is our first, Latino Blue Diamond, and I know without doubt that she'll be our first Team Elite Hispanic, representing her community. So I want to bring Clara. Can you able to turn off to share with them amazing audience today your story and why Nu Skin?
Unmute. Okay, now I can talk. Okay, I'm here. Hi, everybody. Wow, yes. My name is Clara Bryhope. I'm a Blue Diamond in the company, and I've been in this amazing business for 10 years. And my vision was first to be a present mom of Noah and Nathan, of my twins. And thanks to Nu Skin, I've been able to accomplish that. And I feel super proud to be a present mom of Nathan and Noah. And also, now I'm extremely happy because I've been able to, like Terry says, to help the company to open the Latin market in United States and Latin America. And I'm extremely excited about my team that is like it's growing, the team that is very focused, that we're going to be in the company, that we are living for the company. I'm extremely excited for everything that is coming. I qualified for Japan, but obviously it was because of my team. Okay, obviously it was because my team. Thanks to my team, we qualified for Yokohama, Japan, and also we are already working towards the next success trip, that is Punta Cana, because something that I believe is that if we earn the trips, our team can do it the same. And they will, we need to lead by example and we need to take our team with us. So they will see it and they will do it as well. I'm very, very, very happy for everything that is coming for this event. I don't know if everybody is coming, but I would like to see everybody in Utah. It would be amazing event. I was telling the team on our book club at 6 a.m. That I couldn't sleep because just because I'm so excited and I have so much energy and I know that everything that we will learn, it will help us to move on to the next level. So I'm just so excited. So thank you, Terry.
Thank you. Thank you, Clara. You know, as you can hear, you know, Clara being with us, and this is, you know, her time and her community, you know, with her leadership, you see on the right, over 100 people, you know, in the community in Orange County, and we see great things happening, a lot of great things happening, you know, as we launching the biggest market in the world, you know, we're talking about positioning, right? To me, is like all about positioning yourself in front of the wave. And this wealth wave, the tsunami, we're not killing anybody, right? Nobody gonna get hurt. You know, this tsunami in the next 3 to 5 years, we're gonna transform so many people alive. And you know, we challenge you to, you know, after this Zoom, you know, get together with who invite you, ask them any question, you know, because there's no way we can do that in such a short period of time. But I always believe there's a moment in our life that we make decision that gonna change, you know, our destiny, right? And this, after all, is, you know, your business, you know, your livelihood, you know, your lifestyle. You can leave a legacy. That's what I love about what we do here. You know, Claire's doing it for her 2 boys, Nathan and Noah, and Tao for Zariah for her daughter, because that's what it is. You know, what we built here, we can will it to our kid. And I have never seen any business like that. And I truly believe earlier when I start, I say, if you have a dream, we have the vehicle. Because there were, I thought, you know, my dream, I thought, okay, to retire my mom and dad already, I thought I was done. But there's so many dreams that I haven't fulfilled. You know, the last dream that really to this day in my life that meant so much is to fulfill my dad last, you know, dying wish. You know, we took my dad back home to Vietnam and he lived with us for 4 months. And you know, we put him on business class, he and my mom, to fly back. I never imagined that someone like me leaving my country when I was 5 years old. I don't even remember Vietnam. But through this business, we were able to not only get a chance to move back to Vietnam, fulfill my dad and my mom, you know, they came with us and they enjoy. My dad passed away, you know, in February of 2020. And COVID happened in March, and I was pregnant, and I gave birth to my son in August. So many things happened in 2020, but you know, the best thing for us, you know, looking back, 2020, we took our business online when COVID happened. You know, if I look back 2020, 21, 2020, oh look, I see Lorene in here. I see some of you on the Zoom here, and you know, our business grow. You know, it's really recession proof because no matter what happened, people still want to be healthy, especially during COVID. They want to be healthy, right? And they want to look good from the comfort. I didn't even leave the house, right? And we decided to move here to Utah, right, to build our, you know, home. And so I want to ask you the last question, you know, do what you do today. What kind of legacy you will leave behind for your children, you know, for your family, right? Or what will you be remembered by, right? With our business, knowing that whatever, you know, whatever your dream is, we have different strategy for you to launch your business. Okay. So today, get together with the person who signed you up, or you say, you know what, I'm excited. I'm where have Nu Skin beyond my life? Then you can sign up for free. Okay. There's no requirement for you to buy product. You know, there are so many businesses out there that say, oh, you have to pay money to join. You know, no, it's free. That's the reason why we don't get paid for recruiting people. But we want to challenge you to experience our product. You know, go meet up with someone, you know, do a half-face demo, get your scan, get your score, right? Experience the product. And you'll be, you know, the most loyal customer when you start seeing your health change, when you see your look change, right? You'll be the walking billboard. You know, we're not here, you know, we want you to share from your heart once you experience our product. We love customer, right? and then that's all we do. Once we use the product, we share the experience, we share the product, we share the business. And so you can sign up today for free, okay? And decide, connect with the person who share this with you, in the next 24, 48 hours, get together with them, get or a demo done, get your health assessment done with the M5, and come up with a goal. Your goal might be different than my goal, or Clara or Tao. It could be like a few $100s a month, or it could be like, hey, I'm serious, hate my job. I want to make where I can leave my job, whatever that is. Or for me, when I came in, I was looking to build a legacy. I was looking for to build and be a full-time mom, and to be able to really build this international business around my family life. And that's what we're able to do in the last 17 years. And then launch the business. And the person that work with you and their senior partner, their goal is to help you qualify for the Punta Cana. Okay. And that's it. That's my share for today. I truly believe opportunity never lost. It just go to the next person who's more open-minded. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I truly believe, dream do come true if you believe in it, and you got to find the right vehicle. And to me, it's important to find the right vehicle. Okay. So we're looking forward, if this is something for you, we're looking forward to work with you and be part of this community that we're out there every day, doing good for the community. So thank you so much. Take care and God bless. I pass it back to you, Tao, to wrap up our Zoom here today.
Thank you. Thank you, our amazing team lead, Terry, too. And thanking everyone for spending time to film for the entire presentation. So with open heart, open mind, I believe that you already have your decision. Get back with the person who invited you to this Zoom, and get signed up as fast so you can launch your business right away. And we're here to help you. And I cannot wait to see everyone at the company also. I am heading there on Thursday, a few days after Clara, but I eventually will see each other over there. So team, thank you. And for the guests and new member, welcome to Nu Skin. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, and see you next on our training tomorrow. Bye-bye.